Sounds good.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Nico and I use he, him pronouns. I'm a white man with blonde hair, large spectacles, and a green flannel shirt. I'm seated against a green wall and a kitchen background. And like about 25% of the US population, I'm disabled. Non-disabled individuals might see our lives as tragic, pitiful, or sad, but I don't know. I've been disabled a pretty long time, and I think there's also room for disabled joy. The disability community has as many members, though, as it has opinions, which is why I've asked my friend Shameka here with me today to talk about disabled joy. Hi, Shameka. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Of course. Can you share a joyful memory with me? It could have to do with your disability, or it could be totally independent of that.
Well, I've had, you know, I've been blessed with many joyful memories. Um, and I probably would have to say, um, my college graduation, um, ended up being a joyful memory. It didn't start out that way.
Yeah.
Um, because I found out that I wasn't going to be able to go across the stage like the other students in the school because the stage was not accessible. But it turned into a joyful thing because the fact that I spoke up about that, then after that happened, they moved the graduation to an accessible location. So that made me joyful in the way that I spoke up not only for myself, but those students that would come after me. So advocating for what I need and those around me is always joyful for me, at least for the
Th-
most part.
Thank you, Shamika. That's a very good memory. Thank you for advocating for yourself and, as you say, advocating for folks who come after you as well. I'm glad you're able to affect change, and more accessibility everywhere is a benefit to anyone, anywhere. That's remarkable. How has your disability impacted or intersected with your ability to pursue your own joys or to pursue your own happiness?
I think because of my disability, I've made it more of a practice to find the joy in my life
Mhm.
because I think as a person with a disability, it's very easy to focus on the things that are not going right, the things that are inaccessible, the things that I can't do. So for me, it's a daily practice to find the joy in my day. Literally, it's a practice that I do. Those of you who follow me online know I do what I call my today's fave list. So every day I make, no matter what's going on, it could be a miserable day, whatever it was, I take time to think about 5 things, at least 5, sometimes it's more, that brought me joy, that I loved about that day. It could be anything from people I've met to food I ate to something I found shopping. It just, it could be anything about my day, just depending on what the day is. So I've made that a daily practice because I know it's very easy to slip into, I can't do this, I missed out on this because of my disability, whatever the thoughts are. So I make a conscious effort to, to always find those joyful moments or those things that brought me joy.
Shamika, thank you so much. I love that practicing joy is a daily thing for you. And I love today's faves as well. That's a really fantastic practice to get into. Shamika, it sounds like you've had lots of experience with disability. So this next question might be a bit difficult, but it is to pick only one thing, right, that you want everyone else to know about disabled life and disabled quality of life.
Yeah, that is a hard question to think of one thing, but I think that um one thing it's hard for people to realize is that you can have a quality of life, right? Yes, we all have our conditions, our pains, our aches, or whatever is going on with our individual disabilities. But I think you can still have a quality of life. You can still have joy in your life, whether that's little joys from of a flower that you see or somebody that gave you a smile or whatever. I'm a firm believer that beyond all of that, you can still find some joy.
Thank you, Shameka. I'm actually going to work to keep those words in mind as I seek joy in my own life. I appreciate you helping me. My last question is one that I ask all my interviewees, right, regardless of what project we're actually doing. And that is there a recent win that you're celebrating that we could help elevate for you? Or if not, what are some cool things you have going on? Projects you're involved in, groups you're involved in. If you know one of your efforts is online, where can people find you online? This is your soapbox moment. This is your time to be your own cheerleader and brag. So I'm all ears.
Okay, thank you. Well, one project that I am currently doing, and I actually just last night handed in the first draft, is I've been invited to participate in the Empower Her blog, which is part of the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation website, which I'm really excited about. They interviewed me maybe about a month or so ago, and then they offered me an opportunity to write for their blog. So I'm very excited about that. Like I said last night, I handed in the first draft of the first blog that I would be doing. So I'm very excited about that. So you can look for that, if it happens to be published on the Dana and Christopher Reeves website. But I mean, the things that are already published on there, you can check out the other writers on the Empower Her blog, which is, like I said, a part of the Reeves Foundation website. So I'm very excited about the possibility of that and the possibility of doing some more writing because, as most of you know, I did a children's book a few years back, and so I've been trying to follow up on that and lead up to doing another book. So trying to do more articles, something on a smaller level than a book to kind of lead up to that. As far as where you can find me and all of that stuff, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. If you do that, on Facebook it's just Shameka Andrews, my name. On Instagram, I'm Disability Empowered, which is my consulting business. And LinkedIn is just my name. So I'm, on Facebook all the time, mostly. The other ones I kind of, if I remember to post, I'll be on there. But Facebook is a really good place to find me and follow me and all of that, because I spend probably way too much time on it, but I enjoy it. And I think I get more benefit than I get stress from it. So I stay. So, that works.
Shameka, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for these incredibly thoughtful answers. I am honored by your partnership. Thank you again, old friend. All right, audience, tune in next time. And remember, I'm rooting for you.